Hello boys and girls, welcome back to Prime Kids World Channel. My name is the Bible Champs for Kids, and today I'm going to tell you another wonderful Bible story. Today's story comes from the book of Leviticus Chapter 6. This chapter is very special because it teaches us about something called offerings. Offerings were gifts that people gave to God a long time ago to say I'm sorry, thank you, or I love you, Lord. Let's listen carefully because there are some exciting lessons here. First, God told Moses about the daily burnt offering. This was a sacrifice that stayed burning on the altar all night and all day. The priests had to take care of it. Every morning, the priest would put new firewood on the altar to keep the fire burning. And God said, the fire must never go out. Isn't that amazing? It was like a fire that always reminded the people of God's presence with them. Then, God gave instructions about the grain offering. Aaron and his sons, who were the priests, would take some flour mixed with oil and frankincense and burn it as an offering to God. The rest of the grain offering was food for the priests, but they had to eat it in a holy place and without any yeast. This showed that God provided for them and that his gifts were very holy. Next, we learn about the high priest's daily grain offering. When Aaron, the high priest, was chosen and anointed, he had to bring a special grain offering every single day, half in the morning and half in the evening. This offering was different because it wasn't eaten at all. It was completely burned up as a gift to the Lord. That showed how dedicated the high priest was to serving God all the time. And then, God explained the purification offerings. These were sacrifices to make people clean again when they had sinned or done something wrong. The priest would offer the sacrifice, and sometimes he could eat part of it in a holy place. But if the blood of the sacrifice was brought into the tent, then it had to be completely burned and not eaten. This showed how serious sin was, and how only God could make people clean again. So, boys and girls, what do we learn from Leviticus chapter 6? We learn that God is holy and that he gave his people special ways to worship him and say sorry for their sins. The fire that never went out reminds us that God's love and his presence never stop. He is always with his people. And do you know something even more wonderful? All these offerings point to Jesus. Jesus became the perfect offering for us. We don't need animal sacrifices anymore, because Jesus gave his life once and for all to forgive our sins and make us clean before God. Isn't that amazing news? Thank you for listening to today's story about Leviticus chapter 6. I hope you learned something new and special about God's love. And don't forget, thank you for watching our videos, and thank you for subscribing to our channel, Prime Kids World. I hope you'll join me next time as we keep learning more exciting stories from the Bible. Bye bye for now.